Hi foodies, I'm going to just dive right into the ingredients and then we'll talk. So we're going to do this incredible chicken soup with the basic ingredients. Carrot. I put garlic in mine. A yellow onion. I'm using fresh parsley, but dried parsley will be just fine if that's all you have. I'm using a rotisserie chicken for ease of making the chicken soup. Got whatever flavor oil you'd like. I'm using avocado because it has no flavor, and celery. So your basics, like what you would use for making a chicken stock. I'm going to throw broken spaghetti in mine, but you can use egg noodles, you can use rice, you can use any pasta you want. So this is your traditional chicken soup base. We've got salt and pepper. I throw a little bit of chicken bouillon in mine and a bay leaf. So this is all there is really to chicken soup, honestly. What makes this so special is the technique in how we're going to make the broth. I don't know where this trick has been my whole entire life, but I found it on the internet. It blew me away. I had to try it, and I will never make chicken soup or stock again the same way. So when you are cutting up your veggies, you don't have to make sure that they're uniform or pretty or anything like that because you're not serving them in the soup. So you can rough cut them. And now we can talk. Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for subscribing. I have not been here for quite a while, life. And I am on my first cup of coffee of the day. I just woke up getting ready for work, so I don't know if I'll make so much sense. But anyway, yes, welcome to the season premiere of Tiny Ass Kitchen 2. I am back on the air. I was on a seasonal hiatus, if you will. I just moved into yet another tiny ass kitchen. I will be doing an apartment tour in my next video as requested by a number of people who like to see how I decorate. So that won't be food related, but I will be also making some pumpkin spice syrup, 2 different types of pumpkin spice stuff, and I'm going to tell that story when I went to Starbucks and why I decided to investigate how to make my own. Anyway, I'm taking this chicken that, as you can see, you probably all know that this is considered a loss leader in a grocery store. Costco is renowned for this. They sell the chicken cheap to get you into the store. So most grocery stores offer this. And I mean, it is pretty economical. I think I paid $7, and I went to a higher end grocery store because it was close. But I think Walmart even sells them for like $5 or $6. I remember when I could buy my own chicken, roast it for like $2.30. But anyway, this is still a pretty good deal if you need a quick dinner on the table, but you can stretch this and make a number of meals out of it. So I'm taking the breast meat right now, and I'm just chopping this up because I'm going to make chicken salad with it, and I'm also going to make a chicken Caesar flatbread. So as you can see, I'm getting 3 meals right off the bat. If you'd like to see some more rotisserie chicken ideas, let me know in the comments and I can show you. I have some really good recipes that utilize that rotisserie chicken. So now I'm just going to take my veggies and my garlic, and I'm going to saute them in a little bit of oil just to soften them up. That seems to bring out some of the flavor a little bit. If you're, pressed for time, you don't have to do this. It's not a big deal, and you don't have to saute them for more than maybe 5 minutes. So once they're sauteed, now I'm just going to add the whole chicken in there. I keep the skin on for the flavor. You can remove the skin if you want because of the fat content. But also, if you're worried about fat content, once the soup is cooked and cooled in the fridge, the next day, when you take the soup out of the fridge, all the fat will be on the top and you can just skim it right off. They even have fancy tools like fat separators and oh, somebody's blowing up my phone. Anyway, it's up to you whether you want to leave the skin on or off. I like it on. And I'm going to let it simmer for about an hour. You can actually keep chicken soup on the stove all day long. I like to do that in the winter time, but I'm starving at this point when I'm making this and I wanted it quick. So I'm making my spaghetti on the side. The reason I don't put it in the actual soup to cook is because it gets really fat and mushy. Have you ever had like your pasta like blows up to 10 times the size the next day? I don't like that. So a trick is to cook it separately. That was fresh parsley I chopped while I'm waiting for everything to boil. Is to cook it on the side, Once it's cooked, you rinse it in cold water and you just keep it in the fridge and you add it to your bowl. Off camera, I took the soup, the chicken carcass out of the broth and I separated it. And now what's left is my veggies. Now at this point, I used to throw the veggies away, right? In fact, a lot of times I didn't even chop them up. I just threw sticks of carrots and celery and like half an onion in there. I didn't know to do this. This is the crazy part. This is the incredible part. Take the veggies and try to get them into the blender. I failed miserably on that. At that point, I wasn't using the tripod. Still not. I'm raw dogging it. So you blend the veggies. Mind blown. I don't know why I never thought of this, but it's, yes, you blend the veggies and then you add them to the broth. I know, right? I'm absolutely shook by this because not only are you keeping all the nutrients, but the flavor. See, there's my cold spaghetti. Now I just added a little bit of water to get all of the goodness out of there. And voila, I will never make chicken soup the same way again. And this is, it's so good and it's so nourishing and it doesn't thicken it. It just makes it so much richer and delicious. So now I've added my spices. I've added the parsley, salt, pepper. And here, this is the chicken that came off of the actual like chicken carcass that I put in. I hate the word carcass. That sounds so nasty when you're cooking, but so as you can see, there's plenty. You don't have to worry about, cutting it off. Here comes the viral sandwich part. So check this out. I saw this, I think I got this off of Temu or Temu. You can get it from Amazon. It's a deli keeper and I love it. So I've got ham because I'm going to make some split pea soup, roast beef in the middle, and this is turkey and some Swiss cheese. So it's a great way, especially if you have a family that eats a lot of sandwiches, to keep your deli stuff fresh. My deli drawer gets filled with cheese real quick because I'm a cheesehead for sure. So I'm just taking, obviously, for this viral sandwich, what we're going to do is we're going to take all kinds of deli meat. You can use whatever you want: salami, bologna, roast beef, corned beef, ham, pastrami, turkey, or you could just use one meat, or you can make it vegetarian and just use a bunch of cheeses and veggies. So I bought this other viral thing that everybody uses, especially for this sandwich, and I hated it. It just didn't work for me, so I'm just gonna do it the old school, I guess, harder way. I don't know. I found that gizmo to be not effective. I was pounding the crap out of the onion and it wasn't cutting very well. Maybe because I got it from, Temu, whatever. It just wasn't sharp enough. I don't know. It just seemed like unnecessary when I can chop it myself. So the point of this sandwich is chopping up everything. This is a chopped Italian sub, I guess is the name of the sandwich. I'm not sure. But now I'm just going to put my cheese and my meats in a bowl. I'm using red onion. You can use no onion. You can use whatever kind of onion you'd like. And again, we're just chop, chop, chop. Fresh tomato. One of my coworkers brought in a ton of tomatoes from her garden. I was so excited because I absolutely love fresh tomatoes. I eat them like apples right out of the garden. Just throw a little bit of salt on them. So it's just magical. I'm very excited to be using up this tomato in this sandwich. So I'm using banana peppers. These are Italian banana peppers. They're marinated with Italian herb already. You can use plain. You can also use pepperoncini, pickled jalapeno. You can use any kind of pickle you want. The possibilities are actually very endless with this sandwich. But for me, I'm using the banana peppers. Oh, I love the smell too. It's amazing. So what am I doing here? Oh, I just need a little bit of lettuce, so I'm not going to pull out my big lettuce cleaner thingy. They do have bags of shredded lettuce you can already buy, but that's usually iceberg, and I'm using romaine because I prefer romaine, and it's much more nutritious than iceberg. Did you know that romaine lettuce is the most nutritional lettuce? believe it or not. So that Caesar salad's actually pretty healthy, especially if you use more of an oil-based Caesar dressing than a creamy. But of course I don't. I make the creamiest, most delicious Caesar dressing. I don't know if I did a YouTube on that, but if not, I think I will, because it's that good. You guys will be blown. I think I might have, now that I think about it, because it takes anchovy paste, and I think I was telling people don't be scared, but I'll look and see. And if I haven't, so I was using up that green pepper because it was getting wrinkly, and I was feeling like putting in some olives. You can use black olives, green olives, what is it, Kamala Harris olives. What is the Greek olives? Kamalata. Anyway, I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I do know if I read the label, but the label's not in front of me. I'm taking my clean hands. Okay, don't worry, y'all. My hands are clean, and obviously I'm mixing it all up. Now I do have my own recipe for submarine sandwich sauce. I will link it, but I'm lazy. And it's late when I'm making this. I just got off work. So I'm cheating and I'm using hoagie dressing that I got from the deli at the grocery store. It's still just as good, I think. But you can use oil and vinegar, you can use Italian dressing, or you can make my sub sauce, which really is pretty fabulous. And it's not that labor intensive. I'm just, tired and lazy these days. I work a lot. So now I've mixed up all of the ingredients. You could actually eat this as a salad all by itself. I'm putting this on top. It's a sandwich sprinkle from Penzeys Spices. You can look into that if you don't want to use that, or not interested. Garlic salt does wonders in this. But you can also just use salt and pepper. Again, it's completely versatile, or is it versatile? I don't know how people say that. It's however you want it. So now we're gonna put the lunch together. Actually, brunch, lunch, dunch, dinner, late night snack, after work, grub, I don't know. So I put the noodles in the bottom, obviously. I added the broth. As you can see, it's delicious. I like this with grated Parmesan cheese too, like the Kraft stuff in the green can. So I'm using mini sub rolls. You can use whatever, again, this is so customizable. Kaiser rolls, submarine rolls, French rolls, Italian rolls, whatever kind of bread you have on hand. But I like the little sub rolls for this. Don't judge me. It's a little bit of Miracle Whip. Okay, go ahead, judge me. I don't even care. Like 3 times a year I use this. I really do like it on sandwiches. I don't use it for anything else. But yeah, I'm putting a little bit of tangy Miracle Whip. I found it at the Dollar Tree, this little jar, so it's perfect. But I'm putting sprouts on top of my Miracle Whip. There's 4 different types of sprouts there because, okay, I think that sums me up perfectly. This really unhealthy, crappy Miracle Whip. I mean, crappy in terms of health properties, there probably isn't any, with this amazingly healthy sprouts on top. If that doesn't sum me up in a sandwich, I don't even know what does. So I don't know if I'm negating the Miracle Whip with the sprouts, or if the sprouts are negating I don't know. We're going to pretend that the sprouts are canceling out the Miracle Whip. But I'm now you can use mayo, you can use mustard, you don't have to do Miracle Whip. You can omit all of that. But there you go. That's how you just make the sandwich. And then with the soup, it's so good. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.